Find a strategy that you want to follow, and then find a mentor that's been there and follow what they do, and you'll find success. Jumping around isn't going to bring you the success you're looking for. Welcome, Income Hackers. This is your host, Ryan G. Wright. This podcast is for individuals and families who are interested in fast-tracking their financial success. You'll hear experts discussing topics like generating a residual cash flow, building wealth through real estate, financial literacy, creating a family legacy, and overcoming your fears. If you get value out of this podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. It's a big help to me. Please, with a warm welcome Dustin to our show today.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. I'm honored. I was not finding a strategy for getting new business that fit me. And it's so important that you really lean into what you like doing and what you're good at, because you have to do it long enough to win, which could be a long time. And so I started out of necessity because I was starving. How do I start getting new business? And I learned about a concept called content marketing, specifically blogging at the time. I wrote some articles. The thought was people will find me on Google and reach out to me to hire me. And once that happened and it was validated, it opened my eyes to just how powerful social media and the internet can be if you do it the right way by focusing on a few core things. Because so many people do it wrong. They just want to sell, they just want to push, and that's not how you do it. And so that changed my life, and ever since then I've been sharing how I turned the corner in my own business. I've been sharing that with other agents, other real estate investors, other loan officers, and helping them to do the same. And now I devote most of my time to doing that. It's become a real passion of mine.
What would you say was your first real income hack?
I thought, how do I get paid over and over and over every month for doing something up front or offering something that people need on an ongoing basis? And so it wasn't until I realized online course, coaching programs, stuff like that could provide a residual income safety net while I'm still selling homes and earning commission from transactions. There's also this monthly income coming in every single month. And it comes and goes. People come and go from the program, of course, but that really opened my eyes, even though I've been hearing about it for so many years, about how much money you can make online. That's when I really started noticing the power of that.
But for people that are scared to do something on their own, do that first deal, try something out, do some online advertising because they're afraid, what would you say to that person that's listening right now?
I've been where you are. I still get nervous and worried, like, oh crap, where's the next deal coming from? Where's, how am I going to do this campaign, or this ad campaign just bombed and I wasted a month. You know what I mean? Like that is the way it works. So I don't want to dissuade you by saying that, but rather encourage you by just saying that's normal. That everyone that you may look up to as having a certain level of success, they deal with what you're dealing with, probably even at a bigger level. They just have become the type of person that can handle it and just does it anyways.
The concept that you're really promoting here is, if you're scared, get educated and take some action. And as you do those two things, the fear lessens. It doesn't go away, though. Yes. I love the concept, because the guy that's climbing the mountain, once he gets to the top of the mountain, he looks over and sees there's another peak to have. And that's continuous. It doesn't matter what level you're at. There's always a next mountain, and there's another next risk that you're going to take. And those risks become bigger. And the results either become bigger or the failures become bigger, and then they become learning experience, and this cycle doesn't end. Find a strategy that you want to follow, and then find a mentor that's been there and follow what they do, and you'll find success. Jumping around isn't going to bring you the success you're looking for.
The biggest mistake that I've ever made is just waiting to do things. Saying I'm going to, like when I launched my podcast, I just got fed up one day on New Year's Day. I was walking the dog and I'm like, I'm going to go home and record my first episode. I'm tired of waiting. And I'd wanted to do it for 2 years prior. Nothing good happens when you're like, I really want to do that thing, but I'll wait. That's a huge mistake.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The principle is the opportunity cost, right?
Yes.
Some of our listeners may not understand that, but it's what is it costing you by not doing what you wanted to do becomes the opportunity cost. Not buying real estate 10 years ago has an opportunity cost of what that real estate's worth now today. Not starting the podcast a year earlier has the opportunity cost of what that could have built up to. I find some people are so afraid or worried about, an investment of time or of money when they should be more fearful of the opportunity cost of not taking action now, because there's more lost in that than making mistakes or overpaying for a course or, whatever the case is. It's the opportunity cost that I find is more expensive than the investments.
There's a lot of moving parts to Facebook advertising to do it correctly. Invest in a course or in a coach or in something that helps you speed up that process. And it doesn't need to cost a lot of money, $300, $400, $500, sometimes less, to get the education to do it right. Then once you're doing it right and you know how to do it, $5, $10 a day sometimes could get you like amazing results. It depends on how big the area is. It depends on how competitive of a field it is. Real estate's a very competitive field for Facebook advertising. I just want to say this, whether you've been running ads or you haven't, the number one thing you have to focus on is how do you get attention? How do you get someone's attention? Because remember, they're going to be scrolling. They're going to be going through Instagram stories, or they're going to be scrolling their Facebook newsfeed quickly, just boom, 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 like we all do. Whatever it is has to stop their scroll. It has to get their attention. There are many ways to do that. Video is great because it auto plays, and so something moving can get their attention. Bright colors. If they're a Star Wars fan and they see a Star Wars related thing all of a sudden, like that could get their attention. You just have to work your way back from how do you get attention, because if you don't get someone's attention, they're never going to see what you want them to see.
Let's say you had to start all over, knowing what you know now. You got $1,000 in your pocket. You're starting all over. You've got your knowledge. You got $1,000. What would you do in the next 30 to 60 days?
If I had the knowledge that I have now, pretty much like I know now marketing is everything. Okay. The difference between, for example, the real estate agent that sells 200 homes a year and the agent that sells 2 is marketing. It's not necessarily that they're a better agent. There's a lot of these big agents that you see on billboards and see everywhere that are not the best agents. They're just not. They're great marketers and people know who they are. So I would start with just marketing. Since I'm starting over and I have my knowledge, I'd definitely use Facebook advertising to show a bunch of videos to the community or to my ideal audience, just teaching them something, educating them, entertaining them, and so that they want more of it and that they'll continue to follow me. Because building that personal brand, the name recognition, the brand recognition, no matter what kind of business you have, is everything. If someone thinks of you when they need ice cream and they think of you, you're winning.
Marketing has got to be like a top line in your business plan. Some people are proud of the fact, oh, we haven't spent any money on marketing, or, it's all word of mouth and that type of stuff. And that might get you so far, but it's slower. It doesn't get you where you want to go. It's inconsistent. There's all these downsides, but you need a plan in your business plan, whatever you're doing, money for marketing. Whether you're trying to buy cash flow from rentals, whether you're trying to flip properties, whether you're trying to, whatever it is, don't be the prideful guy that's like, oh, I've never spent money on marketing other than a business card. Well, that doesn't work very well, and especially the way the world's going. So marketing is key to everything, and I really appreciate the message on that.
Where's the world going? It's going towards technology, online, and it could be as simple as just running some videos that teach people how to replace a broken roof shingle or fix a downspout or, fix a crack in your driveway or something like that. And then people start to know you as the contractor that taught them something. And then you become their go-to resource when they need to learn something. And most of those people, they find out they don't want to do that stuff themselves. So then they will hire you.
That's exactly right. I grew up doing all kinds of construction, that type of stuff when I was a kid, but, I'll tell my wife, hey, I'm going to fix that downspout or whatever the case is. And if I don't get it done, a couple of weeks later, she's on YouTube, watched something, hired some guy. He's at my house, making it happen. Yeah. And I have the capabilities to do that. But, the marketing just becomes so powerful. So,
and it's amazing that with online marketing, with the internet, being what it is, there's so many ways to earn a great living by helping other people along the way. And so those two hand in hand, absolutely keeps me going. And what's great is there's never an end. So if you do it and make a habit of that, you're going to win.
Income Nation, IncomeHacker Nation, we have been richly downloaded with great value bombs today from Dustin. Dustin, thank you so much for being on the show. Can't thank you enough. This has been so wonderful. Again, I can't echo. I wish I could highlight it even more. Take some action. Take one thing. Go make it happen. Thanks so much for being with us today. And until next time, we'll see you soon. If you got value out of our discussion today, please subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. It's a big help to me. Also, please share with a friend. Nothing is more valuable than creating financial friends who are like-minded. You can do that by inviting them to listen to the IncomeHacker podcast. Bye for now, and make it a very profitable day.